Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, what I want to do, since we got the timing belt done in the last video, I want to get this thing on the floor and bolt the flywheel up and the clutch and the pressure plate and put the 2JZ bell housing on the W56 four-wheel drive transmission. Get that all squared away and then mock it all up and bolt it all together and see. It should fit, but you know, obviously I haven't assembled it all yet. So anyhow, that's our objective for today, and see what we can do, see what kind of problems I run across, if any at all. I don't anticipate that, but you know, I tried to do as much research as I possibly could, and let's see how it works out. So let's get to it. Alright, since I got the engine hoist and all that off of there, next I'm going to bolt the flywheel on. I didn't do any research on the flywheel bolts. I'm going to show you what I ended up doing was, let me show you. So, the factory flex plate has this little dealie here, and then it's got this spacer. So by the time you add it all up, so by the time you add that all up, it is damn near the same thickness as the inside of this. As you can see, the bolts stick out quite a ways. I'm super confident that they ain't gonna be an issue at all. That's an awful lot of threads going into that crankshaft, and I think it'll be just fine and dandy. So we're gonna go ahead and then get this bolted on. And oh, by the way, those of you that didn't watch my earlier video, this is a 1JZ flywheel. The IS300 this motor came out of comes stock with a dual mass flywheel, which sucks. I don't like them. So this is a 1JZ early Supra 1JZ flywheel that's solid and not a dual mass. Oh, by the way. All right, I'm going to put it on time lapse. We'll bolt this on and we'll go from there. All right, so I got the flywheel bolted on there. It seems completely legit. I'm not even sweating using those bolts whatsoever. For those of you that are not in the know, they put a I guess the simplest way to call it would be a liquid silicone or whatever on here to keep it from rusting while they store it in a warehouse. It is imperative that you wash that off of the flywheel and the pressure plate. If that stuff gets on the clutch disc, it will chatter like a son of a bitch. And there's nothing you can do about it. Once it gets in there, it's over. So make sure to take some carb clean or brake clean and wash those off very thoroughly. Do not scrimp on that. Trust me, you will regret it, because pulling the tranny out and doing a clutch again because of something stupid like that is just, yeah, you don't want to do it. Trust me. I've seen guys do it at shops I've worked at, and it's a big waste of time. So trust me when I say clean it up. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and clean everything up, and we'll get everything mocked up here real shortly. This is what I wiped off of that brand new flywheel. This is what I'm talking about. You don't want to get that on your clutch disc. It's nasty. So anyhow, just to show you what that was, just a little bit of cleanup. I'm still going to give it some more, but that just kind of gives you an idea of what I'm talking about and why I'm going through all this trouble. So I got the flywheel really cleaned up well. So the next thing I'm going to do is this particular setup uses a pilot bearing and not a bushing. So luckily, since this was an automatic transmission vehicle, I don't have to drive the old one out. All I have to do is install this new one. I did verify it does fit the alignment tool, and I'm going to run over there and make sure it fits the transmission. Because if it doesn't, boy, that can make for a super pain in the ass trying to put the tranny in. If it don't fit in here, yeah, that could cause all sorts of headaches. So we're going to go ahead and try that out real fast. Actually, I'll just Since it's right on the other side of that LS over there, we'll throw it on there real quick and see if it fits. Like a glove. All right. See if it fits both of them. Oh yeah. Perfect. Fits just like it's supposed to. All right, awesome. It's little shit like that that you gotta check, because when you're trying to struggle putting the transmission in and you're laying on your back, it can just, or hell, even if you're not laying on your back, it can just turn a really straightforward job into a super nightmare trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So I always like to do that. And if you saw my previous video, take the clutch disc and stick it on the input shaft of the transmission and make sure it fits the splines. I've seen guys do that before at works places that I've been before, trying to fight them putting it in, and the clutch disc was wrong. You don't want to do that. So anyhow, I don't have any fancy dancy installation tools, so I'm just going to use this old, what is this thing, a 7/8 socket. Essentially, what you don't want to do is push on this red part, because that's the seal. So I just get a socket that's basically the same size and use that to drive it in. Piece of cake. All right, went in just like it was supposed to. Piece of cake. All right, so the next thing I need to do is get the clutch disc over here and make sure that that fits properly, and clean off the pressure plate, and we'll assemble that, and we're one step closer. I'm so excited. This is so cool. Well, by the way, okay, in case you saw it in the background, you're wondering what the deal is with this. That's Nick's 4Runner. You've seen Nick. He's been here helping me a couple times. And you know, he had his third member rebuilt. He had a little problem with the ring gear, or the pinion gear, chipped a tooth on his ring and pinion for his rear. Actually, he's out picking it up right now. So in case you're wondering what that's all about, maybe I'll do a video on that too. It's pretty well built machine right there. It does pretty damn good. So anyhow, that's what's going on with that. Just to kind of clarify, in case you saw that in the background, you're wondering what the heck's going on with that. So anyhow, I got this all squared away. I got it all cleaned up, and all right, well, I guess we'll throw this thing together. I will be with you in just a second. I got to figure out, I got to come up with some pressure plate bolts, which I think I'll steal off the 22R. They should be the same size. So anyhow, let me go round up some bolts for the pressure plate, and then we'll slap this thing together. All right, so what I did is I stole these. These are the pressure plate bolts off my 22R. In true Toyota fashion, they fit just like they're supposed to. So no problem at all. So anyhow, let's get this thing slapped together. Actually, I'm not even going to time lapse it, because this should be pretty damn straightforward. So either that, or I just gave myself the kiss of death, one of the two. So, there it is. Okay, alignment tool. So this clutch disc and pressure plate is all off of a Supra. Okay. All right. Look at that. It fits just like it's supposed to. You gotta love Toyota. Reminds me of Chevrolets back in the day, back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, where everything fit each other. I wish more companies did that, but you know. All right, there we go. Sweet. So, go ahead and just Okay, so there you go. Just like that. My 2JZ now has a flywheel and clutch and pressure plate. So the next thing I need to do is I need to take that W56 transmission right there, and I need to put that bell housing on it. So I will, actually I'm cooking dinner right now, so I'm probably going to do that here in a moment, but anyhow, I'm going to pause for a second, and then when I get back done, finish cooking, I'll get out here and we'll slap that bell housing on, and we'll put the brand new throw-out bearing that I got there. We'll slap all that together and get this thing put together. All right, so I got the transmission out and I got the bell housing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test fit everything together. I already took the bolts out of the bell housing on the W56. So what I'm going to do is bolt that onto that transmission. And as I stated in an earlier video, I already know that that fits that because I already did that. So that's the next step we're going to do. So as you can see, they got the W58 bell housing bolts on there with no issues. The dowel pins all line up perfectly. It is a perfect match. So the next thing I need to do is to get this bolted onto there, and of course get the clutch fork in there and all that stuff. I'm going to rob that out of the 4-cylinder, and I got that all cleaned up and ready to go. So that'll be next, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got it all bolted together. Unfortunately, my battery died on my camera while we were putting it on there, but so unfortunately I don't have any of the live action of that, but we go over here where there's a better angle. But there it is. It's all bolted together, and it went together seamlessly. No issues whatsoever. It popped together just as happy as you can be. So there's another victory while we're just racking them up here. So anyhow, got that together. So I think the next thing I'll need to do is obviously take the shifter off, but anyhow, we'll see what we got next. All right, well that's going to wrap it up for this video. It's getting pretty late, so I think probably what I'll do is tomorrow we'll take the shifter off the tranny and slide it in the truck for the first time. So anyhow, at least we made some really good progress. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. All the parts did exactly what they're supposed to do. Didn't have any issues with this whole setup. So with that being said, I really appreciate you watching my videos, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out a lot. Make sure to hit the bell notification, that way you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And so basically the next step on the next video will be figuring out the mounts and all that, since the engine doesn't belong in that truck. We'll try and figure all that out. So once again, thank you so much for watching my video, and have a great day, and we'll see you next time.